What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the one and only The Fragrance Fraternity. Hopefully you're doing well today. I've been tagged once again by one of the best creators in the space, Mr. Dedrick Jr. Man, thanks for thinking of me. Thank you for tagging me. The topic is keep one per brand. So I went through and basically picked all the fragrances of which I have the most and what brands, and you're going to get the numbers of how many I own and which ones I picked. So hopefully this will be interesting for you. Got a couple people I want to tag at the end, but let's get started here. The house of Mancera. So from Mancera, I have a total of 8. And I have a total of 11 from Mancera. Already messing this up. I'm going to go from order of most to least, I guess. So 11 from Mancera and Montale. I decided to combine them, make it a little bit more of a challenge for me to figure out which one's going to be the top dog. But if I could only keep one from the house of Mancera, it would have to be Black Gold. And I know Dedrick, this was the one that he would keep from the brand as well. And he actually put a lot of us onto this fragrance. It's kind of a niche take on Acqua di Profumo. It's kind of got those dark and clean elements working together, kind of like a piece of charcoal took a shower. It's got some kind of smokiness to it, but it's got that aquatic backbone, and will remind you of something like an Acqua di Gio. Definitely has that sort of citrusy, aquatic feel to it, while also maintaining this kind of darkness from patchouli and a bit of brightness coming from a violet leaf note as well. Pretty nice fragrance, especially if you're trying to just dive into niche and trying to step up, but you still want something that's pretty wearable every day. That could be a signature scent that's going to last a long time, and that you can usually find for a really great price. The one fragrance that I would keep from the house of Mancera has definitely got to be Black Gold. It just does something to me when I smell it. The very first time this blew me away. This was my favorite fragrance at one point in my collection. I've expanded since then, but this will always be one of my favorites. Definitely in one of my top 20 in the minimum. So Mancera Black Gold, the one that I'd be keeping from the house of Mancera / Montale out of the 11 that I own. All right, next up is going to be Alexandria. So Alexandria is going to be tied for second place of the most I own from one brand at 8 fragrances. And this one was a pretty quick choice for me. There were some I was thinking about Ferocity, which is their Fierce clone. I was thinking about keeping Meteor, which is an excellent interpretation of Louis Vuitton's Meteor. They really have a lot that I'm a big fan of. They had a new one this past summer called Tropical Mojito. That's a real great summer fragrance. Works perfect for California weather. But the one that I would have to keep, if I could only keep one, would be Limmensity. Their interpretation of Louis Vuitton's Limmensity. And this is a very ginger forward fragrance. Alexandria does a great job of these Louis Vuitton interpretations. And as you guys probably know, those are really, really expensive and maybe a little bit too expensive for what they are. But when you have a great clone house with great perfume oils like Alexandria, made in the USA, made in California actually, it's a great alternative. The ginger in here is certainly ramped up to real Limmensity. It's definitely more prominent in the forefront. You have to be a big fan of the note of ginger. If you're not going to enjoy this one in the least. The real deal, I have smelled it. It is definitely more ozonic, more bright, airy, and kind of has this sparkle and shine that you get with really high quality oils. The way it blooms and just fills a room is really impressive. But this one is kind of like that on steroids, which a lot of the times these Alexandrias are extrate, highly concentrated versions of whatever they're cloning. But if I can only keep one, it would definitely be this one. My favorite clone, I guess, of the Limmensity profile, and it's one of my favorite scent profiles. One that really, I think, suits me well, and I enjoy wearing a lot. So Limmensity from Alexandria is going to be the one that I keep from them. All right, next up, tied with 8. This was probably the most difficult one for me to pick. Talking about the House of YSL. Man, this was tough. This was really tough. Lhomme Le Parfum, YEDP, Y Le Parfum. There's just so many great fragrances in the Lhomme, the La Nuit de Lhomme, and Y line that this was tough to pick. But at the end of the day, this is the one I picked just so I wouldn't be standing there all day looking at these fragrances in contemplation. This is La Nuit de Lhomme Bleu Electrique. Kind of a controversial fragrance, got a lot of hype, and then a lot of people were disappointed, which usually is a result of something becoming hyped. It never usually meets those expectations when you have really high expectations. But for me, this is a fantastic fragrance, a very special fragrance, and one that I would hopefully keep forever. Hopefully one of you guys out there who doesn't like it and has it for whatever reason will sell me your bottle, because I eventually will go through this. But this takes that La Nuit de Lhomme cardamom spicy kind of date night DNA, infuses some lavender, infuses some amberwood type of modern blue freshness into it, and the combination really works. You can wear this day or night, but this one for me is special and the one that I would be keeping if I could only keep one. Tough choice, but since this one is so kind of tough to get, I guess it would have to be the one that I keep. So Bleu Electrique. I was thinking about maybe keeping Y80P, but that one is just like, it's so great, but it's also very popular. And if I'm just gonna be able to keep one, I'd rather keep one that's a little bit, I guess, more rare. So next up in third place, we have the House of Rabanne / Paco Rabanne, and 7 fragrances from Rabanne. I'm actually a pretty big fan of the House of Rabanne. I enjoy sweeter fragrances. I enjoy kind of like louder and sweet, kind of playful fragrances. Pretty much all of their fragrances I'm a big fan of, except for maybe the Phantom line. That one doesn't really work for me, but anyway, this was probably the easiest choice, the one that I knew right away which one I would be keeping. 1 Million Lucky, you guys have heard me talk about it, probably ad nauseum at this point. And plum, hazelnut, really youthful kind of fruity sweet fragrance here. Pretty unique though as well for what it is. Never really gets old. At night when the temperatures come down, this is just a stunner, one that I always reach for, one that I want to keep in the collection forever. One of my favorite designer fragrances. A little bit nutty, a little bit sweet, playful, fun, youthful, but doesn't go kind of like the white floral direction that we see a lot of the modern like YSL Myself's going, that tend to be in that sweeter direction, or like the tonka bean, or vanilla. So kind of done in a fruity way, and yeah, just stunning. Really, really amazing. To this day, love it. Definitely keeping 1 Million Lucky. All right, 2 fragrances left, 2 different houses. So tied for, let's see, what would this be? Sorry guys, it's been a while since I've done a video, and of course, the second I started filming, my nose started running for whatever reason. All right, where are we here? All right, so the next one would be tied for 4th, I guess, as far as how many bottles I own from them. Xerjoff and Sospiro, I'm going to combine those, and it's going to total up to 6. So Rabanne had 7, Xerjoff Sospiro is a total of 6. And this was pretty tough as well. I was really kind of bouncing back and forth between Vibrato and this one. And I ended up just going with this one because it is a very special fragrance for me. I don't have anything else that smells like it. And I think it is just a cut above Vibrato in terms of elegance. This is 40 knots from the House of Xerjoff. It's that perfect blend of like special occasion and daily wear type fragrance. Really works in both situations, but it's not so casual that you couldn't wear more dressed up, or for a special occasion, or for a special moment that you wanted to be remembered by, or you wanted to remember as a scent memory. You could definitely use this beautiful bottle on these Xerjoffs, this Join the Club line. They look really, really nice, top tier stuff. This one is sandalwood. It's kind of spicy. It's got some honeyed sweetness in there as well, but it's blended really smooth. It is on the powdery side. If you're not into powdery, you may not enjoy this one, but I really do. One of my favorite kind of sandalwood fragrances out there. The name may throw you. This is not really aquatic to my nose at all. It doesn't really remind me of sailing on the ocean, perhaps, or like a marine type fragrance, or super aquatic or anything like that. It's more woods and spice. They could have called it something like that. I think would have been more accurate, but really honeyed woods and spice, and kind of a powdery nature to it is the best way I can describe it. Changes from opening to dry down. This is an experience. This is niche perfumery. This is a great diving entry point into the House of Xerjoff. One of my first from the house, and I really enjoy this one. I definitely will be getting another bottle once I get through this one. I definitely treasure this stuff. I really enjoy wearing it every time. It always brings me joy to wear it. So check this one out. It's actually been discounted quite heavily since it kind of the hype died down a little bit, and it's perfect for the fall weather, which is kind of when I'm filming this. All right, last one. Tied with 6 fragrances from this house, from Armani more specifically. Pretty much skipped over the Strong With You line. Those wouldn't be one that I would only keep one from. It was really between this one, Acqua Profondo, the 2020 version, and Armani Code Parfum. Those were kind of the 3 that I was deciding between. I ended up going with this one because, again, I didn't want to be standing there in paralysis analysis all day. So Acqua Absolu, the one I'd be keeping from the line. I remember I tried this in the store. Absolutely blew me away. In the parking lot, ordered a bottle right there and then. Couldn't wait. had to have it, and I'm glad I did because it's getting more and more difficult to find. This is a tester. Notes are on the back. Marine notes, patchouli, labdanum are the notes that it gives you, but it's definitely got that aquatic feel. Has been compared to Invictus Aqua a little bit, and I get where they're coming from. I wouldn't say it's quite as sweet as that, but it's kind of like Acqua di Gion meets Invictus Aqua. I could definitely see the tie-in there. Stunning stuff, perfect for the office wear, perfect professional daily wear type thing. If you want to smell great but also be professional and you don't want to maybe offend or you know, make your fragrance something that kind of sticks out in a negative way, people are just going to think you smell great. This is like a compliment monster magnet. Everywhere I go I get a compliment, and I don't really get that many compliments because I'm usually just not around that many people, or you know, maybe I'm just not that approachable of a guy. Maybe I'm a little intimidating, or I don't look super friendly all the time, but you know, that's probably good too, because then people don't want to mess with me, right? But Acqua di Gion Absolu, for whatever reason, those social interactions are are bypassed and compliments are received with this one, if that sort of thing matters to you. Personally, I just enjoy wearing it. I love the wearing experience of this one. Very refreshing, especially on a hot day, but really all year round. Something that kind of gives me energy and kind of gives me life, and really gives me confidence that when I wear this, I know I smell great, and nobody can say that I don't, because I'm fully confident that this smells amazing. So it'd be the one that I keep just because of the way it makes me feel when I wear it, and it's helped me through some long kind of boring days. I brought this along with me and it's made it much better. So Acqua di Gion Absolu. Alright guys, that's going to be it. How many is that? 6 fragrances. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'm going to tag some people in this topic. Hopefully you will participate. I'd like to tag Stone Cologne, Paragon, TZ Fragrance, Vince Sense, and not so famous YouTuber, and Kix Griffey. Alright, so 6 tags, kind of a lot, but I want to see what you guys got. Let me know. Gather up whatever you have the most from per brand, and then pick one and make a video and tag me so I can see it. Looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. Definitely check out these creators, guys. They make excellent content. And definitely check out Dedrick Hicks Jr. too. He has been on fire lately. The man is an unstoppable force in the fragrance space. Just coming in with great recommendations, really entertaining content, and just a good dude overall. So the kind of person that you should be supporting in the space. It's good to support good people, right? So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Hopefully everybody's feeling great and smelling great. I'm going to work on the fall list after this, try to keep the momentum rolling. Kind of been out of the groove of making videos, but trying to get back into it, and hopefully I can be a little bit more consistent for you guys. Let me know if you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you'd be keeping out of your collection if you only keep one from one that you maybe have a lot from a particular brand. All right, that's it for today. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Peace.